Hello, fellow Whovians. That's going to be the last time we can use that particular intro because we've got a brand new Doctor. We're going to be talking about that and discussing the important issues like, is the Doctor, and by extension the Master, now a Disney princess? On today's Who Knew News. Boom! We are live, and I should unmute everybody's microphones. There's a mic, and there's a mic, and Melanie, we will wait to get a camera going because I can see her waiting backstage, but no camera. So, So, how is everybody today?
Excited. Very exciting.
Fantastic.
Tom is munching away on food. Of course he is. So we've got all sorts of crazy big news. I'm not even sure where to start. Might as well start with the fact that we do, in fact, I'm jumping between screens here, that we do, in fact, have a review of Power of the Doctor going live right after this show, basically. So if you are on our YouTube channel, just pop to the main screen and you will see that under the upcoming lives. So we'll get rid of that. But we have the Doctor heading to Disney Plus. And that's going to be all sorts of interesting. Eva, you got some thoughts on that?
I mean, I've always been a Disney guy in general, and just over the last decade, they've been picking up all the properties that I love: Star Wars, Marvel, everything. Some people don't like what they're doing. I'm having the time of my life, so I can only imagine what we'll be able to get for Doctor Who now that it's being backed by such a more powerful international streaming service. Everything else that had been on in other countries was sort of weird, not great. This is a much stronger unifying force for the show, I think. So, plus it's blue. That's always nice.
Blue is always nice. Melanie is in her car, so she does not have a camera on. But we brought her in. She can chat at us as well. Hi, Melanie.
Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
my audio will be a lot more better than me driving with a camera on. That's not
totally fair.
Not smart.
Don't die.
Yeah.
So we do have an article here on SCIFI.RADIO. But if you are watching this, there's a good chance you've already seen kind of all of this because it has been the entire internet for the last day. So, or last day is what, 12 hours, 14 hours?
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah, with Doctor Who moving over to Disney Plus, there's still a few details going. We should start by saying it will not impact people in England and Ireland. It will remain on BBC and I presume the BBC iPlayer. In those places. There's still some conversations or lack of information, I guess, on whether or not this will or will not be impacting television deals. Things like ABC in Australia, CTV Sci-Fi here in Canada. We just don't know. Is it going to run on TV somewhere? But also, there's an ambulance outside. Yeah. Sorry. Squirrel.
It's the Doctor.
Yeah, exactly. And it was big blue lights here, right? So it's just it kind of extra distracting. It's like, wait, what's blue flashing lights? Oh, right. It's not. Anyways. So yeah, we don't really know if it's going to be on television or if it's only now going to be streaming on Disney Plus. Melanie, did you have any thoughts on all this?
Well, I almost wonder if, because we're going with the new Doctor, we're going with the new, with Sony and Bad Wolf and all that other kind of fun stuff, if they are renegotiating any of their TV contracts. However, it's always going to be playing here. I don't ever see it not being on BBC America, ever. So I almost think that this is going to be the same kind of thing where HBO Max had it. There was other streaming services that had picked it up afterwards, so that they are going to be getting those exclusive syndication or immediate syndication rights, so that you'll probably still see it live if you're in the States on BBC America, but afterwards you'll probably see that either A, right afterwards on Disney Plus, or B, possibly concurrently, because depending on how the streaming service, how their contract, knocks it out. Because
Right.
let's face it, everything's about revenue.
It's true. I know it's going to be extra interesting here in Canada because right now, even like things that were originally theoretically supposed to be just streaming only, like Paramount Plus Trek shows, all aired on CTV Sci-Fi. Anyway, like it's so. I mean, deals for the internet often don't have anything to do with what happens on television. So it's going to be an interesting to find out more details, I guess. Kevin, you've been kind of digging around today.
I'm only not sure if it will. I mean, from everything I've seen, they are severing ties with BBC America and AMC Television. Like, that is definitely something I saw pretty directly stated, that it's not going to be on BBC America anymore, period. Which I agree is very shocking. But I feel like I've saw that a few places. And I'm thinking about Disney Plus and what they've been doing this season with Dancing with the Stars, where it all aired only on Disney Plus, I believe, and people were pretty pissed about it. Like, they weren't happy. But I have to wonder if it is going to be the same deal, if it's only going to be on Disney Plus, no television. It's hard to say so early on. There's been a lot of really confusing language. Christian pointed out that the president or head of Disney Plus used the word exclusively, that it's going to be exclusively on Disney Plus in a way that we were afraid it wasn't going to be on the BBC anymore. So there's just a lot up in the air right now that we don't have a lot of answers on, which is very frustrating because Whovians like to have answers.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. And this is another one, is we don't really know what's going to be happening with everything before, Tennant and Ncuti. I suppose we should go in here and just, I won't throw the spoiler image up there, but spoilers, we have Tennant back as a doctor. And we will again be talking about that more in about 45 minutes on the main program. But we don't really know what's going to happen with the old New Who. We don't know what's going to happen with the classic Who, which right now is on BritBox. So it is definitely going to be interesting to see where that goes as well. I hadn't heard that one. That being said, I can't see that being a reality. It's just there's too many people who don't have the connection to be able to do that. I'm sure you can set it to do that.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, there's too many people who just can't. That's just not a feasibility thing.
I'm sure as much as possible we'll have the capability, but yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, some people, and as David's pointed out, not everybody's going to care about this, which is fine. It is what it is, and we're going to keep going with it. I'm excited for this new turn because it makes it way easier, especially if we get some of those classic Who's. Because right now, again, I have Crave, which has all of New Who, but I can't access all the classic stuff. So I would love to see classic Who popping into Disney Plus.
And I'm sure they would want it. Like, they have literally 30 seasons of The Simpsons up there. Like, they want to have as much content to draw you in as possible.
And at the point they own too much property. They don't own Doctor Who.
No, yeah.
They do not own Doctor Who in any way, shape, or form. They are simply going to be the quote-unquote exclusive streaming provider for Doctor Who as of, I believe, our 3 60th anniversary specials at the end of November 2023.
I get it, but I don't want it.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave? Oh.
Sorry, I just have a little frog in my throat there.
Okay.
Still here. We're good. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a long wait. But I mean, we know how much of it has already been filmed. Now that we know a little bit more of what's going on with David Tennant is the 14th Doctor now, and we've seen all of those set pictures and all of the blah 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 blah. And this, just to be clear, this has been a rumor since almost day one, because they never once referred to Ncuti Gatwa as the 14th Doctor.
Really? I didn't even notice.
Nope, they not once did they. They always referred to him as, the next Doctor or the new Doctor. Usually the new Doctor.
Yeah.
Next was only ever a slip because he's not the next Doctor.
Yeah. He's a next Doctor, so I mean, technically still.
Exactly. Yeah, we're coming back, hopefully.
I think the biggest surprise from the press release following the Power of the Doctor, where they told us, he's 14th and it'll be the 3 specials in November, that it specifically said all 3 will have Catherine Tate as well. There had been, set photos. We knew that she would be involved in some way, but to so directly say all 3 will have Tennant and Tate, especially 13 months in advance, that's a lot to give away so soon. Not that I'm complaining, but this is so much up front that then what are they going to give us to keep us excited over the next 13 months?
I suspect more set photos and rumors and probably planted rumors based on, RTD's history.
He does love that.
Yes. Maybe because Ncuti's already started filming. I mean, he's supposed to air in the quote unquote festive time of year. So
what does that even mean?
What does that mean, given that we've got 3 specials in November? So I guess December? Is that going to start with a Christmas episode? Is it going to start with another New Year's thing? God, I hate the New Year's. New Year's is just a terrible time for it, but
Yeah.
And honestly, it's quite possible that they're hedging their bets on that. If it's not specifically a Christmas episode, but it's going to be something in winter. They're just saying festive season because if it's ready, great. Maybe they'll roll it around in a week after the specials. If it needs some tweaking, they've still got a couple of weeks leeway there. But they're also in production a year ahead, which is is a reasonably large amount of time in advance.
Absolutely.
For most productions. Yes, I agree, Melanie. Definitely a consistent schedule would be nice. And I think this might eventually help with that.
Oh, right? Yeah.
I mean, if we've
Disney is very dedicated to having as good a schedule as it can.
Exactly. And if we've got, we've got the three more or less done. We've got Ncuti already going a year ahead. I think they're going to be able to bang out, his next season, basically, probably before his first season even runs. Which is definitely going to be an interesting thought. Now, I want to throw this up as well because it was cheeky. Just need to get out of that and share this here screen. I got a whole bunch of screens set up to do stuff, but there's not a fast and easy way to make that happen, or at least not a seamless one. There we go. So we had David Tennant on stage. This was put out there a while ago. Somewhere there's a date, but I don't know this. Let's take a listen to what he had to say about being asked about his return at the 14th Doctor.
Russell Davies coming back. I know. And a little birdie told me he was bringing you with him. Was that little birdie called the internet? Maybe. Yes. The thing about this, I've been asked a version of this question for the last 20 years, yeah. And I've learned through bitter experience that there's not any point even answering it, because whatever I say is spun by whoever wants to hear it. So there's no point in me denying it, there's no point in me confirming it, there's no point in me fudging it. Whatever I say will become whatever the internet wants it to be. I mean, it would be quite a weird idea, of course, and it's not something that you would necessarily expect from Doctor Who. So that's all I'm not going to try getting anyone back. What's the point? But, you know, hey, brilliant. Well, thank you.
So that's kind of the worst. We're just going to avoid the question, not denying it ever. But, you know, bravo.
He just has the worst luck with news leaks. One of my favorite books is Russell T Davis's The Writer's Tale, where it's email exchange with Doctor Who magazine editor-in-chief Ben Cook, all about the production of Series 4 and the specials. And there's one segment where they talk about how the only reason they confirmed when David Tennant was leaving in September of 2008, in advance of the special The Next Doctor, was because it was about to leak. Someone leaked it, and so they decided to get ahead of the story, and that's why David announced it at whatever award special he had been at that night. He announced that he was going to be leaving the next year, and so it got people extra hyped about The Next Doctor, which I think is also why people were ultimately so disappointed by the fake out of that episode, because it had nothing to do with the news they had just learned. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with this. They were going to leak that, all these news items that had been coming out, so they have to get out ahead of the story. And I feel bad, because if they could have it be a surprise, they would. But people just keep doing this.
Yeah. I mean, I think they handled it decently well.
Yeah.
We knew he was coming back. We didn't know the context. We didn't know that he was going to be the next Doctor. The rumor mill was the rumor mill. As he said, the internet will do what the internet does. But I don't think it went... Yeah, I think they tried to keep it as under wraps as possible, or I guess maybe behind some smoke and mirrors.
They do what they can.
Okay, we're just gonna, okay. For no particular reason, we're just gonna toss that out there. Because what? Yes, there we go. David Tennant understands NDAs. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm. Smart man.
Yep. And just want to point this out that Christian is chiming in from the peanut gallery, as he tends to. And Christian, you will note we started on time. Just saying. Right. So, yeah. We're horrible humans. That's okay.
What are you going to do?
I also got some footage here of Ncuti. He stopped over on this
live
of
with Kelly and Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that one earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
pretty cool.
I honestly, it's a show that hasn't been relevant in a while, but we'll run with this.
Yeah, this is like a very historic partnership with the BBC and Disney Plus. Thank you, Disney Plus, for having us.
Will it evolve because it's in different places now?
Hopefully, yes. Yeah. It's now accessible to the world. Can now access it through Disney Plus. But back at home, nothing changes. It's still
classic Doctor Who.
Still classic Doctor Who, but it's now really accessible to the whole world, which is
you're perfect for the role.
Thank you. Hopefully.
No, you are. You are perfect for the role.
So the big question for me: does she even know what the role is?
And she says it with so much conviction. Like, is she a fan? Are her kids fans, and that's why she knows? She really says it like, so you're perfect for the role. I also want to know, Ryan was dressed like the 14th Doctor. He's wearing that dark plaid suit, and he looks just like the 14th Doctor, which is a thing that we can say already, which is very funny. But yeah, I'm also curious what Kelly Ripa, what her attachment is to Doctor Who. Come on the show and talk to us, Kelly.
Yeah, there we go, Christian. Christian, get on it.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd love it.
And this is not an unvalid thought process. And we know
I think it's unvalid.
Yeah, I mean, we know.
I don't think it's valid.
You don't think that's at least part of what's going on?
I think that Russell T Davies is a businessman, so I think that he is always thinking about things like that, and he always has been. And I think that he did back in his original day, and I think that's why he didn't take as many risks on his original run, and that's why he's coming back. He saw that everyone after him got to do crazy stuff, and he was like, I just made everything safe because I just wanted to reestablish the brand. And that's why he wants to do crazy stuff like bring back David Tennant for a new Doctor. If this is 14, he comes 2,000 years after the 10th Doctor. He's got to be a different character. And that's really interesting to me. And I think it's really interesting to him. I think he saw the 50th special and the curator and was like, that's cool. What can we do with that? In some part, is it, trying to get people whatever? Yeah, that's entertainment television for money. That's part of the process. And Russell T Davies does think about stuff like that, but he cares creatively first and foremost and wants to do what's best for the show above all else. So you can be just jaded and just look at that part of it, but I'd rather focus on the positive and the fact that someone who loves the show this much is this excited and wants to do this many experimental things.
I agree.
Yes.
No, it's gonna be great. What are you thinking, Tom? What's going through your head the last 12 hours or so?
Well, with all of this, and then of course the reviews on the new B&M releasing the Doctor Who figures, that was always on my mind this morning of trying to get those, and then to hear about this Disney Plus. Okay, the idea of it's only through Disney Plus. Disney has nothing to do with the show. It still popped in my head. Sometime in the future, it could possibly be we would have something at Epcot. I would love to see something because they're taking the original Epcot, they're changing things around, always adding the Disney characters to it. Make something. We have that little tiny British section. Put up a TARDIS. People would love to see things like that. That's what I want to go for.
Something across the whole world showcase. Really, he travels in time and space. They have
exactly put a TARDIS all over the place. It's hilarious.
They have a little game that you can play. It used to be Kim Possible, then Phineas and Ferb, and now it's actually DuckTales. So David Tennant. But you are given a little toy and you go around to different spots and you interact with different locations, and it's a fun adventure game you can play in the parks for free. And that's something that they could do with Doctor Who. Absolutely.
Okay, now I have to actually make an effort next time I'm down there.
There's so much stuff that people don't even look that there's so many things you can do for free or that only cost you $40. You can go on tours of the utilidors under the park. It's $60. There's so much stuff. That's why I really love this company. I know that they're not perfect, but there's so many more evil companies. And as a queer person, they really care about our community and are doing a lot for us. So I really appreciate, of all the overlords that I would have to submit to, these are my favorites. We're going to have to submit to someone.
I mean, that's unfortunately real, yes.
Yeah.
Where's my mouse ears? I forgot my mouse ears.
Stuff. But, generally speaking, you're not wrong there. I see that happening. TARDIS door opens and he gets thrown out.
I think we might get a lot more stuff like webisodes over the next year to lead into the specials, because that is the sort of stuff that Russell did love and didn't really have the resources for. They had remember the TARDISodes back in series 2 where it would upload a video to your and it was those Nokia type phones. So it was ridiculous that they would have videos on this type of phone. The technology wasn't there, and now it is. Now the funding and the technology is there. I think we'll hopefully see a lot more stuff like that.
Yeah. We can certainly hope. Melanie is back home. She is just in the process of getting ready. So we'll get her thoughts on all. There she is. Oh, clearly she has access again. Yay!
Hello. But well, I was trying to,
Hello.
at least keep on there with the YouTubes and chatting with people.
Mm-hmm. So, what are your thoughts?
I don't know what but on
All of it. All of it. Everything today. Everything today.
You've been on the air for 26 minutes and 34 seconds. What are your
And
thoughts
now
on
it's
all
all you.
Oh,
all for
goodness.
Melanie.
Yay. Sorry, and the dog just
All for
decided
you.
to put herself in here. So one, excited about, I like the logo. I like that they're
Yes.
bringing back that retro, that it's sleek.
And
It's
diamond for 60.
Yep. Once again, I mean that's a good use. That's good use of gradients. That's good use of it's something that naturally it's an old logo. So it's something that you can easily, we already know that it's tried and true. It can be screen printed. It can be done direct to garment. It's already something that is ubiquitous with Doctor Who. So hopefully this is kind of a signal to show old fans, hey, welcome back. It could show new Who old fans I kind of remember that a little bit, and just kind of showing RTD is here to do a refresh, that it's a new showrunner, and new showrunners do tend to change the logo up of the show. So when you look at the logo, which you tend to know which doctor you're about to get into. So now we're going to see this logo, and we're going to either absolutely know it with Ncuti, and B 14 10 3 10 the 3rd. I'm enjoying looking at all the different hashtags of people kind of coming up with who 10 is, or what tenant is going to be.
And spoiler before I say this. So it'll be also interesting to see how they throw in the whole master thing with Doctor regenerating into the master and back. And does that also open up the door to other things like the Valiant? There's all sorts of these threads that are dangling now.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I don't want to tangent that, only because it's going to go towards more of the review of the episode itself. So I'm gonna, but no, it's very, very valid points. No, but I mean, I'm super excited about the logo. I'm super excited that now we get to start having a little bit more of what their marketing push was originally wanting to do. Because let's face it, as you guys were talking about before, having to stay ahead of leaks, having to stay ahead of all that kind of fun stuff. Whereas, I mean, welcome to the wide world of, I can connect to the entire hive mind of the planet right here in the palm of my hand. You couldn't do that before. Yeah, that's what in ye olden times of newsletters and emails and all other kind of fun things, and some concept as known as a water cooler, which now that we live in a post-COVID world where most people work from home, you're not going to have that anymore too. That's going to become a relic of ye olden times, except when you're Dave and there's a water cooler right there. Wait, where are you? What water is that? I need to know.
I'm in London.
You're in London, so is it? London is about still or sparkling.
That is still, yes.
It's still okay, because that's one thing I did learn is I'm a little bit of a water aficionado, and I'm very picky on my waters. So yes, it's still okay.
I would be very interesting to see a water cooler of sparkling water and how that would function.
All the water would just go right back up. That would, I don't. The whole top would just go pop.
Squirrel.
I don't want to see.
I know. I kind of want to see this. Okay, someone get on that. Have you been doing the comments, since I'm used to
bits and pieces? Yes.
So one person asked what this was.
Yes, I wasn't, and I wasn't sure. I actually answered them myself. Just not hijack things.
Hijack away.
Hijack away. Answer. There's a comment. Answer. The rat hole is therathole.ca.
Therathole.ca is my website and I do all the board gaming reviews, anything tabletop, role-playing games, card games, you name it, to bring it a little bit closer to home. Therathole.ca/who has all of my Doctor Who gaming everything. As well, I've had a few things that have either been published after the fact in Cosmic Mask magazine and Celestial Toy Room magazine, as well as a few things that are exclusive to one or the other of those magazines. So with gaming stuff as well.
So, ta-da! So now you see why he says red hole and .ca. Is Tenet not the 15th? Oh, you're clicking
Now
on
you
it too.
now you
Okay.
know.
Ta-da! And yeah.
And knowing is half the battle.
Is not, and Cody brings up a damn good fine point, and is not Tennant the 15th Doctor because we're not counting the War Doctor. Well, I posit this: is he the 16th Doctor? Because are you counting Cushing?
No.
I mean, or are we counting everything else? So is he the 5,700th? Now I need to actually Death of the Doctor transcript.
And then where we throw in, the Fugitive Doctor, which we established as before, and, all the Morbius Doctors, where do they fit in between, one and
Yeah, it's like
being one of them
Doctor. Now I'm even more confused.
Yes.
I'm like, but you know what? I'm okay with that because as I had said previously, I was hoping for not going into the show review is I hoped that the plate of spaghetti and all the loose connections and loose strings. I was hoping, you know what? You don't have to tie everything up. Just leave them. Let other people later on mull it over and think, you know what? Architecturally, we can do this and it would make sense, and I'll be a happy little clam. Then us going, please go back and fix that.
The philosophical debate happens in about 27 minutes now.
Sometimes you just drop a grenade and the beauty comes from the cleanup.
Not
in storytelling, not in people.
I'll go on that one. Known doctors, cardinal doctors, overall doctors, canonical doctors, non-canonical doctors.
Yeah.
Are we talking doctors that were in the Marvel comics? Are we talking about the doctors in the Titan comics? Are we talking? Yeah.
What I wanted to look up is there's that scene in Sarah Jane Adventures, Death of the Doctor, where Clyde asks the Doctor how many times, is there a limit to how many times you can regenerate? And the Doctor says 507. So now I hope that's just subconsciously how many lives they've had. Didn't even realize.
Mm-hmm. That'd be pretty cool. When all of a sudden they look that'd
be pretty funny.
It's
is it 507?
Yeah, the off the cuff. Oh yeah, that's just 507. And then you realize, oh well, now we've got Fugitive Doctor in there and Cushing Doctor in there and War Doctor in there. Keep doing it.
I want a TikTok of the Doctor.
We have the curator.
Oh God, what did I say?
You're right, the curator.
But we do have a TikTok. So Ramona, if you make it,
Ramona brought that up to me earlier.
Put it up on the TikTok. On the ticks and the talks.
The tiki-taki.
Yeah.
Tickly tockly.
Talky, timey-wimey.
Pat Frodo asks, so what happened to the 13th Sonic? I think Dan had it last.
No. Oh.
I don't know.
No, Yaz used it.
Yeah, Yaz had it.
At one point.
Yeah.
I would love to see Tennant using her screwdriver for a minute. I love when stuff like that carries over.
Yeah.
Like, I like that 12 got his own eventually, but I like that he used 11s for one season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being accosted. Oh, of course, now she runs away.
I got it.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
He's got it. There you go.
Yay!
Yay!
That's where it went. We know.
Yep.
Dan, give it
there you go, Pat and Frodo.
So, I suppose we are 25 minutes. Oh, hello.
Dave, stop counting.
Now you need a new one. It's not just cats, now it's dogs that show up.
Oh, yeah.
Dog alert.
Still have to do it anyway.
No, it's not a cat. No,
cat's
not here. Now we got puppy alert. Who likes to put her?
Puppy
has to eat my hand.
Picture canine.
I was out to the pub for dinner and got random puppy kisses. I don't think Puppy liked me. I think Puppy just wanted some dinner.
Puppies love kisses. Puppies love to give kisses. Puppies also love to put everything in their mouths because that's what they have to do. No! See, she's doing that now. Sorry. I promised that during the actual show, she will be sequestered away. But right now, my husband's on a Target run, and I figured I'll just join in and have fun.
It's fair.
Puppy now.
What other news do we have since we're doing Hulu News? And
well, if we are doing Hulu News, and I don't really think this is a spoiler, but I don't know if it's really necessarily news. But if anyone else has anyone else noticed that when Ncuti as the doctor, I put whatever number you want in, goes and says, what is going on here? He's wearing the same tie as Tennant.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's almost a maybe regeneration, sideways regeneration. But I don't know, because here we had, 10, the third, show up, and she really wants me. But when he showed up, I still cannot believe that his costume changed as well.
Yeah, something is
so it's kind of like, what's going on? And it's not the 10th Doctor's costume, because at one point when he opens up the jacket, you can see he's wearing a vest.
Yes.
He's not wearing you see the white
I love
sleeve.
this new suit. Super cute. And it's
I
a
like
dark
the lines.
overcoat now. It's a dark
Yes.
navy overcoat, and I think he's got new sunglasses. I'm loving everything about this look.
Oh, yeah. And the lines in the pattern of that kind of plaid kind of deal, it reminds me of Troughton a little bit.
We were saying earlier, because we watched a bit of the Ncuti on Ryan and Kelly clip, and Ryan Seacrest's suit looks just like the 14th Doctor's suit, and I was like, I don't think it's on purpose, but I love it. Now I need that suit.
Yeah, I think a lot of cosplayers are starting to work ahead of you right now. Like, okay, let's start making. I'm almost thinking, tonight maybe I should go on Spoonflower and start making that pattern just for the cloth.
Got one customer right here. I'll buy one. I'm in.
Yeah, for the Master's Doctor's outfit, I mean, it's Tennant's tie, Jodie's coat, Sylvester's pullover, Tom's scarf, the celery stick, and from watching it twice, I swear it's Peter Capaldi's pants when he was doing his black.
I hope so.
Jumper.
That'd be really fun.
So it's the pants, the coat, and the tie is what I need, because I already have the pullover.
And the recorder.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
I love
recorder. I
can't
paint nothing, so I need that too.
Yes. The recorder is awesome.
Somewhere in a box.
I wish Jodie had regenerated in that outfit. I wish she hadn't changed back. But if Russell really did want the clothes to change with the regeneration, like if that was his choice, then I am more okay with Jodie's outfit changing into 14s than the super cool one.
It's like when Matt went back to his normal outfit instead of wearing his outfit on Trenzlore, which had been perfect the way it was. I have the figure somewhere I was working on. Just put Capaldi's head on the Trenzlore outfit instead of putting on the original outfit. You change back. Yeah, I'm going to all that. Okay, if that's what you like. Still, we love them all, but unique outfits like that, have Capaldi just same outfit, automatic regeneration, and David in this funky outfit. I was like, well, there's my tie.
Yep. I could take this to be a black and go old school Master with that outfit. I'd be down for that.
Oh yeah. Hopefully B&M is getting some questions saying, well, we want to see this. I mean, you already created the emergency hologram 9th Doctor figure. You created 2 versions of a TV Time of the Angels, Weeping Angels, and we already have David Bradley as the first Doctor with the electronic TARDIS coming out. So they said, well, we don't have the money for it. You're proving you did. Please, B&M, character options. There are people out there. And when I was watching Al's video earlier, said, "Oh, yeah, these Daleks are specific to the episode. So you think you're getting a Genesis Dalek? No, you're getting that specific one where you can add the attachment to the gun and the plunger, so Davros can hold it in his hand. This is unique things, making people buy it. Just a little tiny thing, so get us to go, okay, take my money." Bug alert.
Pretty much.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yay!
It's the fun of house training a puppy and realizing never ignore the dog when she's trying to give you a signal that she wants outside.
Did you make it?
Poop on the floor.
Oh, yeah. She's good. She's good. And then I played tag because now my husband just got home. I'm like, okay, here you go, puppy.
Buddy.
Right. Outside.
So what time is our show starting tonight? Do we still at 6 p.m.? 6
Well,
o'clock.
And for me, 11.
I don't know
We're
how
starting
long you want
right
to do-
now.
Yeah. Sorry.
We do that. Yeah, let's just go over. We'll
This is the
start the show
pregame.
15 minutes early
Yeah, because
and just mess with Christian.
No, because it'll start recording fast. Tag, you're it. I know, right? That's exactly what I did, Pat and Frodo. Just threw a 40-pound puppy at my husband. Here you go. Shh.
Yep.
Oh,
Here's
I like
Echo.
that that's a who meme now. That's nice.
Bless you, Dave. Oh,
Yeah.
you know, Faber's invited probably all of us to his thing as well.
I'm trying to do Facebook comments, and then this guy over here on the left does them, and then they just automatically disappear real quick. So
I mean, there hasn't been actually. I flipped through. I don't even see.
that's kind of what
There's
happens.
no Facebook comments.
There's a lot of them.
What?
Well, no Facebook.
no,
You're
no,
right.
okay,
There's
well-
no Facebook ones coming up. Everyone's YouTube.
Besides Christian posting it saying we'll be live in 10 minutes, that's the only thing. Everyone else is YouTube.
Yeah, everyone's watching on
Oh.
YouTube except for
Right.
Christian.
Does Facebook notify you for stuff like that, or is it because I know YouTube does if you're subscribed?
Sometimes.
Yeah, but
Sometimes
this isn't
how-
on the cuff.
1 second. That's because we're not. This was not added to be on the Facebook page.
Oh, right, because this
That was
is
my
really
first
new.
guess,
It's
actually.
exclusive to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in theory. Oof.
Yep, that's it. Because I was
With all
like,
the
wait,
people he's
yeah.
tagging, you know.
That's why.
Because I looked up at where we're
We're
broadcasting. I'm like,
professionals.
there's a lot less things on here. Why is that?
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
dear.
Got just Christian and wait.
The Facebook, you'll see all the Facebook stuff start coming in for the normal show. For Huna News is just this guy.
Yeah. Well, what do we want to just bomb out of here and wander over to that feed?
It'll be another half an hour before it starts.
It's true.
I
it's
did this
true.
time.
I mean, we could go to that. Now, that's the thing is we could go. Everybody can migrate over to that feed, but I don't know whether or not you want to go live.
No, you don't have to go live.
Yeah. So everybody here, the 15 of you that are sitting around hanging out with us, go get something to eat, go get something to drink. We will reconvene at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't mind jumping over there, but yes, we'll be live on the Facebook feed. You can continue watching us here on YouTube. I think that's really the only one that's really anyone's commenting on from here is from YouTube. So we'll be back in 15 minutes. So let's all.
There's the YouTube channel, just in case there would be one person watching on Twitch or whatever.
So refill your drinks, get your snacks, start eating the Halloween candy that you promised yourself that you weren't going to start eating yet, but it's already open. Might as well. Plus, you also have time to go ahead and get more, when you run to the store later. All right. See you in a little bit.
See you soon. There's a button we're supposed to push, aren't we?
Top
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell and all those other wonderful, fabulous things that we're supposed to
Shake
say
that
to grow things. And we'll just go. Oh, yeah. There we go.